Okay, so the process has begun. We are changing the setup around. If you're not up to date with our current situation, we are about to have our first child. The due date was 3 days ago, and Megan started having contractions this morning. We don't know if they're close enough yet. We're just kind of feeling the vibe. In the meantime, I thought, well, this would be a perfect day because I don't have time to stream in case we got to get up and go. I might as well start moving some stuff around. And I just wanted to kind of bring you in this part of the process where I'm more so testing an idea versus getting everything set up. So let's check this out. Okay, so as you guys know, I love this desk style right here. This is the IKEA Butcher Block Island version. This is what I've been using for a creative setup for some time now. And I wanted to test out an idea. Let me actually move this back a little bit. Anyways, I wanted to kind of gauge an idea of what this would look like if I set up the PC and everything over here. If I set this up to be specifically a gaming streaming area, and then also start editing on the PC moving forward. I put out a vertical earlier this week talking about that because I'm thinking about upgrading this PC, which currently has a 3080. And I know that's a newer card and the card works great, but the 3080 is starting to run a little slower while streaming. That's the key thing. While I'm streaming on games that run Unreal Engine 5. A great example is the new game Gray Zone. This cannot game and stream on that successfully. That graphics card just cannot handle it. Opinions aside, I've tested it, it's just not able to. So I've been looking into a 4070 Ti Super, a 4080 Super, and even just full sending it and doing a 4090. And I'm just not quite sure on the pros and cons, aside from price differences between them across the board. A couple of the big PC gurus that I talked to said just get a 4070 Ti Super or a 4080 Super. It will more than handle everything that you throw at it. A couple other people with an educated background are like, look, if you're gonna do all the creative stuff, if you're gonna stream and game and everything on it, upgrade to the 4090. But if you can, hold out for the new 5000 series to get the 4090 cheaper. Some people just flat out are like, the 4090 is way overkill, like there's no need for it. So I'm kind of torn on what to do with that. I don't like dual PC setups. I don't like the headache between them. I would rather put all my money into one machine. So I need something that can still stream and game. And I'm using a 1440p OLED 240 hertz monitor. So obviously the most frames at that resolution I could get out would be beneficial. So we're trying to figure out what to put in that computer. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. Now back to how I'm structuring this right now. As you see, it looks like it's set up right now, but really this is just like bone dry, putting everything here to see if I even like the flow of this. So we've mounted the monitors, we got a mic mount, but no cables are ran to anything. I don't even have my preamp hooked up yet, but I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty fucking sick. So the thing with me is I don't like feeling cluttered. I like to have that open space. I don't wanna feel confined when I'm gaming, streaming, editing. I wanna feel like I have an open room around me. As stupid as that may sound, it just feels better. It gives me like more inspiration. I feel like more open and creativity. Like I've been streaming and gaming on this and everything just feels really pulled to the center. And I feel like I only got a little room to move around. And it's just like, it's frustrating. It gets me on edge already. And then you start getting shit on by roller players on Apex Legends, and it just exacerbates it tenfold. So I think by having the monitor floating here and another monitor on the arm here, because I can even actually just move that back and create even more room. So I can kind of push stuff to the side. If I'm just focused up on something, I can just move the mic over and give me all this extra space back while I'm editing something. With that, shoving all the audio equipment and cables back there, just giving me more space to breathe. So that way it appears to be cable managed, but in reality, it's just everything is just so far in the back, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. But now the big question with this, maybe I can get you guys' input. What do I do with the legs? Do I keep these legs on and take the drawers and just scoot them over to the side? With the legs, this does make it like a 1/2 inch taller than what it would be with the drawers. Or do I go back and remove the legs like I used to have them and only do the drawers under this desk? Either way, I'm kind of digging this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you gotta think, when everything's plugged in and powered up, This monitor has some underglow, so there's gonna be some glowing on the desk. When everything's pushed back up against the wall, it's gonna give the front monitor a look like it's floating in real time. Everything will be so dark in the background that you won't be able to see a lot of the mounts. The only tough part is wondering where I mount my camera for my live streams, but by having this here, getting that desk out of here, I can have this light continue to be the key light for when I sit down and record videos and just simply move it for whenever I live stream. And then we can put the TV back over there. I really do think that we're onto something here. I think that this is like one thing that I wanted to do moving forward and why I wanted to take the time, make videos like this, like little update videos, bring you guys along to get your guys' input, is like, I feel like over the last couple years, I've just followed a similar vibe across the board with setups. And I really feel like this is looking unique. I'm contemplating the idea of we just take those drawers, move them in over here, or even just throw them in the closet and they're just storage in all reality. Like, we don't need drawers in the room. I want my shit to look more unique for me outside of the idea of just literally building our own desktop. Like, I've seen YouTubers do that where like they build this insane desk with like epoxy and like a crazy finish, and we are just not there. And like, let me just tell you, I just don't have the time. I would love to, but I don't have the time, the equipment, the dedication to be able to do that. But I genuinely feel like with this, we're on something that would be both unique to me, give me room in here to continue to do what I do, and then overall it would just feel good in here. It'd feel good to be in here. And by the way, if you're curious as to why I've been considering moving editing and everything from MacBook or my Mac Studio to PC, still to this day, I can't quite explain it. I've said it in multiple videos. I love the workflow of Mac. Like, it is hands down the number one thing that I love about it. It's clean, it's minimal, everything just works well with each other. The only downside is with editing in Premiere, there is something with the color on MacBooks to external monitors that it's just not, it doesn't feel accurate. That, and to this day, I still have to use a LUT correction when exporting footage out of Premiere on Mac, because even though in the program, maybe I got a setting wrong, I don't know, you guys let me know, but for some reason, still to this day, I have to use like a QT LUT conversion, because whatever I see in the program, if I render the file, when it comes out, it's like washed. And so I have to put that on top of it, but it's never like actually accurate to what it looked like. So I'll like render and color a video on my Mac and I'll watch it downstairs on like my TV, and it's like, it looks like I got like Cheeto lips because I couldn't notice like certain things. I don't know. It's just like, I can't quite explain it, but all I'm saying is like, I feel like in my experience, like this OLED monitor, the ultra wide monitor, using my computer to edit and color and render, it is just way more accurate and it gives me a tone that I actually like. I don't know, maybe I'm just super paranoid. Maybe it's just the creative in me making shit up that doesn't actually exist. You guys let me know if you know what I'm talking about and if you have any fixes. But yes, current idea / update, I'll keep you guys informed. Love setup videos.